until you complete it with intention and image. When he arrives at the place where the Dragon Ball is supposed to be, the shock is that the Dragon Ball isn't there at all. At that time, she took a picture in the nearby temple, hoping to find information. Nia has jewels that, if arranged correctly, could reveal the location of the Dragon Core. However, Nia is unsure of what to do. Is the correct arrangement even real? And the whole thing isn't messed up. Before leaving the temple, he notices a strange mark on Nia's hand and photographs it. Then, they depart. As they leave, two ghosts follow them, attempting to take her watch. Being ghosts, they are unaffected by attacks and assail Nia and Sora until they faint. The dragon's watch then appears, and the dragon retrieves its watch from the unconscious Sora and Nia. The birds are taken to a cave to rest by a flying entity. Upon waking and entering the cave, a genie named Arakol appears, unsure if it's his real name. Regardless, he seems to understand the situation. The dragon Sora, originally from the same world, brought Nia and the human Sora to his cave. And if you're going to ask how there's a genie even though the world of the genies is Jano Yaya, what's going on? Arakol was on a mission in another world when Algeria was destroyed in our timeline. Since he wasn't there, he was able to buy Algeria, indicating it wasn't destroyed in his timeline. The crucial point is that I witnessed your constant depression due to the destruction of his world. And regarding Joga, the essence is that it was destroyed. The power was obliterated, and they are incapable of safeguarding it for any wishes now. Upon seeing her watch, he recognizes it as a symbolic sign that they were cursed for incorrectly performing the ritual with the jewels, causing her cursed watch to remain with them. As this unfolds, the ghosts assault them and retreat to their cave before I witness everything. His watch continues to malfunction in their presence. Needless to say, the ghosts are tormenting them relentlessly. When the power of love, friendship, and the director comes in, Arakol is able to use the power of wishes again through her watch. You might ask how that's possible, but honestly, that's the power of love, friendship, and the director. I'm not joking. The important thing is that Arakol uses his powers. He hides the ghosts and ends the curse, but faints from exhaustion. Upon waking, he thanks the team for their help, says he has regained his strength and returned the favor. That means he will help them find the third Dragon Ball. Vanya wishes she could know where the third Dragon Ball is. Arakol is using his power, you stubborn one. It's your time. The important thing is that Arakol is using his power. He'll give her a compass to guide her to the place and begin her journey. Naya and the group, after a while, are walking towards the place where the compass is, and it leads them there. They say that at that time there is a lot of chaos, but what catches their attention is that there are creatures standing and watching them from afar in the image, and Naya at that moment feels a Roman spirit. Chari summons a rocky beast to protect Naya and Sora, who are struggling. They descend to fight alongside him, but when Naya uses the Espingetsu on the rocky beast suddenly stops and starts saying, Espingetsu, Espingetsu, as if he's being possessed by an evil spirit. They discover that the rocky beast is Kolala Yimsi Bilkhair, who transforms back to his normal form upon seeing them. He reveals that he turned into the rocky beast after the fusion event. He didn't remember anything, even when they were running away from Naya in the image of Allah, and they took care of him. After seeing Naya again, he remembered everything. Naya and the image are the key. They told him everything, including about the rolled-up bike. Before they could finish, a junk monster attacked them. The problem was that it kept getting stronger when they tried to attack it. Naya, Cole, and the image fled to Cole's home. There, a girl stomped and made noise to scare off the monster. When Naya and the image witnessed this, Bella was inside the machine, and the Dragon Core was inside her. You might ask why they don't just take her. But what if they did? The monsters would attack and destroy the town, so the machine must keep running. The only solution is for the people to defeat the monsters. The steam from the monster will affect it. But before they even consider Bella and her machine, the scientists from Imperium, accompanied by soldiers, stole the Dragon Core and escaped with ease. While the image comes to her, she gets the idea that since the monsters are made of metal, she immediately uses Ryo's power, which controls the monster's metals, and tries to break it apart. But after that, the scientists later realize that Koro has escaped, so they all panic, and everyone is left in a state of confusion. Lloyd and Aaron, they come out of the portal and find themselves in a white place. So white that it's like, may God make it good. And it looks like a company. At that moment, Lloyd sneaks in and sees a very long line full of people. They inquire about the place and are told it's the world's biggest employment capital. The line they're in is called the Crown Line, leading to the end of it, though the specifics of what lies at the end remain unclear. The key factor is the heat, the rest is unknown. At that moment, they find out that Lewid and Wyern don't have a permit, so they want to arrest them. Lewid and Wyern start running away in the place, while they're being chased at that moment. A person keeps sending them papers with directions written on them for them to follow. After a while, they reach their guide, revealed to be Zainab II, who arrived in the same way as Asus. I'm telling you, he stopped at a place and started searching. About the portal, Two people came from behind him and took him into a portal that looked like Lloyd and Irene's. And since then, they've been keeping him in a cell because apparently he broke the water law. I'm unsure when he attempted to activate the portal. He's telling them this place is strange, and all the workers work for someone named Al-Mudir, whom no one has ever seen before. Lloyd and Irene are freeing him while inquiring about the Dragon Core, prompting him to search for information at that moment. Lloyd, Eileen, and Zine rushed to save the Dragon Core after discovering it was classified as dangerous and scheduled for imminent destruction. And after they take it and try to escape from the place, while all the guards are chasing them, at the last moment they're able to open a portal and escape from the place. From time. Kai, Wildfire, Lloyd, Eileen, and Zane return to headquarters. And as we know, Lloyd's team got the Dragon Core, but Kai's team defeated them and the Wizard took it. But Nia, and the picture is still basically Majush. But between you and me, we know they also got it by understanding. The team travels to the Kingdom of Imperium to rescue Kai and retrieve Wildfire's words. During this mission, Wildfire makes an appearance. She fusses over Nia's spear. The guards pursue her during the chaos. They sneak into the kingdom, while she assists the Empress in the garden. The Empress, who was imprisoned by her own daughter due to a lack of allies, goes to burn a head. It is revealed that the Empress is actually the Emperor's daughter, but she didn't inherit the throne. It's a very strange thing, but it's mainly because she's happy to turn against them. And the Empress left her, so she has no one else and nothing at all. But when her wife helps her, she tells her these things, so she gets angry and says she won't leave. Just stay there to prove that you don't have what's called a name. During the confrontation between the ninja and the kingdom's soldiers, the kids Irene used to bully started assisting the ninja after learning about the Empress's true evil nature. The Empress became the main focus at that point. Bakibu and his gang found the Dragon Core and attempted to use it as a destructive weapon capable of causing a worldwide earthquake. This was no exaggeration. The Empress has 2 Dragon Cores from the story of the 3, but she needs the 3rd one to activate the weapon. She's wondering where to get it from, considering Terra or Haltra as options. So where can I get it from? Is it true that I have a dragon? A source literally under the stairs? Wasn't it just stealing the ball and showing off the Dragon Ball for the 3rd time? I wonder what they'll do with the Dragon Ball every time the 3rd one shows up. The Empress and her army are going to confront the ninjas that Naya and Sora joined, and they're about to have a huge battle with each other. Meanwhile, the scientist analyzes the dragon's power from the source. Upon the knight's return, he realizes the Empress is too powerful, so they flee with the family. They later discover that the Empress was deceitful and imprisoned her opposition, prompting them to form a full resistance network. Anyway, at that time, her family friends find her, and her team takes her to the Resistance's chief chemist. And guess who it turns out to be, my friend? It turns out to be Rambert's son. And of course, you probably don't understand anything, but... My friend, if you don't understand something like this, just tell me right away, and I'll explain it to you immediately. I mean, it's just Ramberton, but Rambert's son, that dog, is facing dragons again. But for him, the Empire has lost control and must stop here, or Embryon will be destroyed. Ramberton says the Empire's power comes from its people, so turning them against it will lead to victory. Crucially, they broadcast videos across Embryoma's screens of the Empress, insulting the people and admitting to lying to them, calling them fools. The people then turn against her and join the ninjas. And while they're killing the Empress, the scientist capable of creating the 3rd-degree core gives the weapon to the Empress, who uses it to pierce a hole in the sky. Zalazel's overwhelming abilities surpass the ninja fighting her as they attempt to save people from the Empress. Shahrabanat tries to intervene, but Zalazel understands everything. After a long and big battle, including a final showdown with a lot of twists and turns, and because of the Empress's recklessness, she ends up making a lot of holes, basically. The chaos prevents anyone, including Ayez, from standing up. Ras seizes the opportunity to escape from prison, which would typically be impossible. Mousy defeats the ninja without the power of love, friendship, or the clown. And that's because the Empress is wearing a suit that looks like a samurai. So it's more about the power of the suit, not love, friendship, or the director. She discovers her elemental power, learns to control it, and then takes control of the Empress's suit, putting it on herself. She disappears through an opening in the ceiling, finally dealing with the Empress. However, a bigger problem than the Empress remains. The hole she's making everywhere is actually in the clouds, and it's going to swallow up all the worlds. At that moment, the holes merge into one big rift that devours all these worlds. An exit hole is crucial, and once again, through the power of love and friendship, the 2 dragons provide the way out. Suddenly, an image appears and grows out of nowhere. You don't understand how, and it becomes fast and powerful. You don't understand where it came from. Meanwhile, Ninja Barzo and Kargabara claim they are pursuing the escapees. Crucially, Lowood takes 3 Dragon Balls and places them before him. He doesn't understand what this is doing. The men make them separate from the worlds of the flower, and then he brings up the idea of absorbing their powers. Kind of like, absorbing the women's power. Absorbing the power of the source of the ninjas from the previous part. And indeed, he starts absorbing the power. And she takes out her watch, exploding from Louis. And everything goes back to normal in a second. And with her watch in the clouds, he decides that, with the power of her watch, he will go to free a dragon. The electronic source was imprisoned, and he was afraid to come out so he wouldn't destroy the universe. Lloyd sacrifices the 3 Dragon Balls to save the dragon, who disappears into the balls without doing anything, despite having promised to come out if given the balls. The source, and he happily returns again to the training den after he appeared in a different form, and the one who appears is the one who trains them to control their powers. In the final scene, Alima meets the escaped General Ras. They discuss how to control Imperium, as the world's fate depends on it. Ras claims his master has had a powerful plan from the start, using the Empire as a mere tool to achieve it. Ras clearly won't let it go easily. And I want to tell my friends that this is the end of the first season of Rise of the Dragons. So if you want us to continue, let us know. Support the video by subscribing and hitting the subscribe button and what is this with all the thanks and subscribe? It's not really the point. Anyway, this was with you, Haduda and Toda. Toda, the story is over.